Kalkadosh Boker Or, Masechet Batra, Perek Aleph, right? This is a Shutfin, right? Mishna, Masechet Batra, Mishna Yomi, Mishna Gimel and Dalet, 3 and 4. Hamakif et Chavero, Nishalosh Ruchotav. If you're surrounding your friend's field from 3 sides, okay? So whether it's that you bought it or that you own it, whatever it is, 3 sides. You have the picture there on the bottom. So Shimon is on the bottom, right? And then you have Reuven on 3 sides surrounding him. Vegadar et arishona v'et hashniya v'et hashlishit. So now what happened was he builds a wall on the first, second, and third side. So with the inner field is now surrounded on 3 sides with a wall. Meaning beforehand there were no walls. You had Reuven, Shimon in the middle. Yeah, what happens? Right? What happens is he comes and he puts walls. And now, you're not going to obligate him to pay for it. Why? Shimon could say, listen, he wanted to put fences, right? One second. So he says he wants to put fences. Let him put a fence. Rabbi Yosef comes and he says, if he puts a 4th wall, right? So there, by the way, you have the wall in black, right? There's 3 walls in black built by Reuven. If Shimon made the 4th wall on the bottom, so then what happens? So now he has to pay, he has to participate in everything, right? Whatsoever. Mishnah Daled. Kotel number 4. Kotel chatzer shenafal. If a wall between 2 courtyards, right, 2 halves of a courtyard falls down. So they obligate him to build it until 4 amot, because that's the minimum for privacy. Remember, the minimum for privacy is going to be daled amot. Okay? Becheskat shenatan at shavira yashelonatan. Now, since we obligate him to do it until daled amot, because again, daled amot is 1.92 meters. So therefore, usually for privacy protection, almost 2 meters, that's already enough. Why? Because how many people are mamash 2 meters? A lot of people are going to be 175, 180, 190. You're going to come, you're going to start doing tiptoes and I don't know what. So therefore, to daled amot, that's, now you have a chazakah that you paid for it until they bring a proof, right, that you do not pay for it. That's the assumption. Now, from 4 and upwards, they don't obligate you to do it. That means even though the original wall was taller, I could only obligate you on daled amot. So imagine I had 6 feet wall, right? That's what you're allowed to do in certain parts of Surfside. Yeah, 6 feet. So I had a 6 feet. It falls down. Now I'm only putting 4. No, but I want you to put 6. I'm sorry. 4 amot. That's what there is. What happens now, right? If the neighbor rebuilds the wall to original height of more than 4 amot, and he paid for the extra height with his own funds, and then he built another wall near it. Even though he doesn't put the roof, right? What's going to happen is like this. One more time, right? One more time. So he says like this. One more time. We just said that above 4 amot, it's nothing, correct? Why is it nothing? Because I cannot obligate you for more than above 4 amot. But if one of the neighbors, when they rebuilt the wall to the original height of more than 4 amot, who paid the extra? He did. Because remember, he could only obligate you until 4 amot. He came and he built it 8 amot, 6 amot, whatever it is. He built it higher. Now what happens is he paid for the extra height with his own funds. And now the second neighbor comes and he says, wow, I only paid for daled amot. He now came and he went from the 4 feet or whatever it is. He now went to the 6 feet. All of a sudden, I come and I build a wall beside that of the 6 feet. So now, what was the purpose of it? Because afterwards, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enclose it. And now I've got a beautiful thing. Because he built the wall for me, right? And then here I'm going to build myself another wall. And then I do an enclosing. And now, whatever it is, raining, whatever, I've got a beautiful structure in my backyard, storage. Beautiful. I put in my things. Very good. Even though I did not put the tikra, which means I did not put the second that I built the wall parallel in my property to his, and therefore I'm showing that I like that height because I built my wall at the same height that he added. Now, he paid for the additional whatever tfachim or whatever amot there was. He paid for that. So now they throw it on me now. Why? Because that means I was benefiting from it. So therefore, one second. So therefore, right? He's the obligation to pay the share of the entire first wall, even though the portion was higher than the daled amot. Okay, because since he built the parallel wall, so therefore obviously he's showing his intention that he's actually happy. Here though, it's bechizkat shelo natan ad shavi raya shenatan. In the first case, we always have a chazakah that you already paid. Why? You participated. Until the other guy brings, that means the onus is on the other guy to bring a proof that you did not pay. Here it's the exact opposite. In this case, the assumption is that you didn't pay, right? For the extra, because you're not obligated to pay for the extra until you bring a proof that you paid. So here it's the exact opposite of the first case of the Mishnah. The first case of the Mishnah was for sure you already paid. Why? Because you're obligated to divide it, and then that's it. He has to bring a proof you didn't pay, and then they're going to force you to pay. In our case, it's the exact opposite. Since you weren't obligated to pay, so therefore the chazakah you didn't pay. Now, and you have to bring a raya that you did actually pay.